one of the challenges that a man can have, that's if he was brought up by an abusive mother, is that it can be hard for him to trust a woman. And so through not having this trust in place, he is not going to be able to fully surrender when he is with a woman, to fully allow himself to open up and to connect deeply to a woman. And although this will be the reason, it doesn't mean that the man will be aware of what is going on. And so if he was to end up in a relationship, things can be progressing nicely and he can enjoy being around the woman and he can be looking to go further, but then he can find that he just can't go any further. And at this point he could wonder what is going on. He could even blame himself. He could believe that there is something wrong with the woman, and the woman could believe that she is not doing something right and she could feel rejected. But if this is the case, as in if it is due to what took place when he was younger, it won't have anything to do with the woman. It will be due to the fact that if he was to open up and to fully surrender to the woman, then he is going to come into contact with a lot of the wounds, a lot of the pain that he experienced very early on. And so if he was to completely open up and to let go, he could experience a fair amount of fear and anxiety, and he could believe that something bad will take place, that he will be physically harmed or he will be left, because this is what would have taken place on many, many occasions when he was younger. And so although many years will have passed since he was mistreated by his mother, the associations that were formed and the pain that he experienced will still be within him. And so in order for him to fully open up and to let go, he will need to question what he believes and to work through these wounds. Because if during his early years he was mistreated by the woman who was supposed to love him and care for him, then it is not going to be a surprise that he is unable to fully let go. But of course, without this understanding, it is to be expected that he can believe there is something wrong with him, and or there is something wrong with the woman that he is with. And so at this point there is no need for him to blame himself or to lay into himself, because he won't be holding back for no reason. He will be holding back to protect himself from what he believes would happen if he was to completely let go. So if you're a man and you can relate to this, you can see that due to your early years and what you experienced, you are unable to fully let go and to move into your feminine, let's say. And when I say this, I'm not talking about women, I'm talking about the feminine aspect, because both men and women have a masculine and a feminine aspect. And of course, when it comes to love, being able to surrender is key. It's not about doing, or purely about doing. It is also about being able to be. So if you can find that this is a challenge, then it will be essential for you to question what you believe and work through your wounds so you can gradually feel safe enough to open up. Because not being able to fully open up is going to prevent you from being able to experience deep intimacy with a woman, and perhaps with people in general, because being able to trust is essential. So if you can relate to this, you may need to reach out for the assistance of a therapist or a healer. But the main thing is that you don't suffer in silence, and do what you need to do to gradually change your life. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.